In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. A whim away, a whim away, whim away, a whim away. Oh, Stunty. Stunty called me a Nazi. A Nazi. Well, he is French, and I did say you'll be collaborating with me in about 10 minutes then. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Oh, honestly, Mariah Carey couldn't have said it better, could she? Anyway, so this is my first show, and I'm going to be singing some songs for you because that's the sort of person I am. I've been watching these other channels, and they're really boring, except for Brother Brian. Now, I've just realised actually I've been complaining about that bloke, but he's like pre-code Mike. Now I realise that these people are just out for the same reason as me. They want their moment to have free speech and their own opinion without being called a racialist or a Nazi or a demagogue. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not any of those things. And I'm not going to explain myself to anybody, but if any of you cunts want to come up and debate with me, I'm quite happy to do that. I am. But like I said, sticks and stones may break my bones, but swivel on this, you cunts. How about that? Anyway, look, I put a pretty good title up and I've only got 5 viewers. Where are the rest of you? All right, while I'm waiting for the more exciting people, no offense, sit on the fence because you like it. Anyway, I'm just got to throw some random names out there just for the hell of it. Anthony. Davis Winchester. What's that? What did you say? Oh, Rob Walker. I knew he'd come over. Do you know what the funniest thing is, Mr. Mayo? I don't know if you're one of these 6 people. You can talk to me because I've forgiven you a little bit now. One, because of my massive respect for you since Sean Lennon's been like your best buddy, but also because actually you're not quite an evil tyrant. You know what I mean? There's worse than you out there. There is worse than you out there. But what am I going to do? Because you kind of created me, so I've got to be a pain in the arse to you forever now. I mean, it's written in the tablets, isn't it? What are we going to do? Feed me some tanner leaves, I might go away. Greenbacks. No, don't worry, because I'm going to kidnap Richie Dolin's mum, hold her for ransom till I get all the money. Yeah, give me some dollars. I'll be down Florida. I'll be sipping a pina colada. Yeah, if you love pina coladas, Victory die high. I didn't want to speak to you the other day because I didn't think you'd be wanting to, being a teacher and all, you'd be wanting to be associated with a racialist, a Nazi, a philanderer, a man of low morals who does not hold Marxist opinions, or Chairman Mao's Red Book. I'm sorry about that. You know what I mean? And, I'm all for the proletariat. Don't get me wrong, but even the proletariat is fucking bankrupt. I says, I ain't fucking being a part of your union. Your union is shit. But they just, they hounded me. They did hound me. Oh, they did. They threatened me and all the wankers. Honestly. Oh, fit to be tied up. One of the reasons why he's still president is because he's so witty. Because we only have the most wittiest people here, not people who are banning free speech. Yeah, did you know that I've been banned from just about everywhere now, fit to be tied up? But I watched your show the other day and was very impressed because I'm not being a brown nose, but you know, I'll put respect where it's due because fuck knows I don't give enough of it. I'm also gonna, yeah. But first of all, fit to be tied, our president, vinyl nerd president, and also vinyl nerd, right up till this day, right up till this day, until the next one comes along, and it's all been voted for. Close brackets. Uh, yeah. So what was I talking about? Because it was such a long sentence that I've sort of my geriatric brain can't cope with. It'll come back to me. Oh yeah. You did a video about. You said you was gonna like be Mr. Technical Wizard now. Oh, did you see my New Year's Eve video? Because I did that, and I thought, well, I'm gonna totally copy Fit to be Tied Up because he's like in the newsroom, and I thought I could be in the newsroom. Brilliant idea. Yeah. So that's what I did. Uh, what igloo? Oh yeah. But I'll tell you what I thought was even funnier than your igloo was Mr. Mayo's box and his missus come in and she said there's 3 dots on it. And I thought, well, yeah, I mean, she knows this is totally stupid now. And he's gone all out. He's gone for broke, hasn't he? He's gone for broke. And why? Why? I don't know. And listen, some of you are calling yourself collectors out there. Now, I'm afraid to say that's a very grand word for people like you, because what you are, you're just fans that, we'll say completists, all right? Enthusiastic fans that have got carried away, not collectors, all right? A collector is generally detached from the product that he's collecting. I don't know why. Well, you might not always be, but well, I mean, my mate's dad was the world's leading expert in cactus. Very interesting. I never knew so many books were written about it. But anyway, let's see some of these questions. Uh, I like your avatar. It's very good. Fit to be tied on. Fit for a president. Yes. Uh, yeah, it's all right. It's a bit iffy. And also, I had to use a pre-recorded footage of me because it took a while to set up the green screen, and I had to do a lot of editing before. So I just did a talk over, and I've got a really bad Windows Movie Maker thing. It's really unsteady, so I have to put my own. I have to go on the cell phone and do narration. Hideous. But on this occasion, I used narration from the previous video, which I'd edited, and then I had to put it through a fucking MP3 filter. Oh god, it took forever. Do you know, it took me 6 hours to do that. I thought, why? Uh, uh, oh, you've got all the stuff. Have you done a video about it yet? I'm sorry, but this is why I feel like Doctor Who. When he's ready to transform into someone else, I feel like Doctor Who because this stuff's becoming so alien to me now. It's getting me so angry. I haven't got time for anybody anymore with all this because, oh, yeah, McCartney 3's great. I've heard it. It's not great. It's rubbish. It is rubbish. I mean, even Andrew Dixon wasn't happy with it. And that's saying something. He was so excited when that box turned up. Oh, yeah, that was what I was thinking about when Mr. Mayo had that box turn up and his missus laughing at him. And I thought, yeah, do you know what it reminded me of? When it's someone's birthday and they bring the cakes in and they have 2 or 3 of these boxes. It was a fucking cake box, wasn't it? With 3 dots on it. I mean, it's, how much did that cunt pay for it? And how much did you cunts pay for it? Honestly, Beetle Brad. Well, I suppose you're called Beetle Brad, but honestly. Oh, right, okay, what we got? Oh, hello, MZ Mayhem. We got a pretty lady here. Oh, listen, I know a lot of you people don't want to hear scandal, so if you don't want to hear scandal, block your ears now. Because I know I was going to say Matthew Street, I'm going to play a glowing tribute to that man. If he's out there, I'd be hot. I'm really honored that you're out there watching me, Matthew Street. He cracked me up. I was watching him in the Stephen Sneeze. And of course, I've been very angry because of this fucking Rachel Music Man censoring me and Pre-Code Mick and Michael Elliott like that. And you three, we'll all do a show together. We'll do a show together. Yeah. And anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I sees this video, but who was it? I forgot who I was talking about. I saw brother Brian. That was so funny. That was a real bonus because I got up and I was sort of going to work, bullshit. And then I thought, oh look, brother Brian's still live after 5 hours, and like he got through most of that bottle of Jim Beam by this point. He's rah rah rah, Captain Spaulding's with a prostitute, rah rah, and I thought he's still going on about this. He's got a real problem. But I thought there might have been a bit of brother Brian might have wanted a bit of prostitute. He's got really envious because Captain Spaulding's got a bit of dollar in his pocket. If you've got a hot dollar, use it, baby. Use it. Hey, you only live once. That's why I can't understand why you can't just collecting all these boxes with 3 dots on, because you know one day you'll be dead. You say, I don't give a fuck what happens to my Beatles music. Yeah, you do though. You really do care. You want it to go someone who's going to cherish it and love it and listen to it. Maybe not even someone who's going to like just keep it as a museum piece. You're going to think this music has been passed on to someone else, but they'll probably think it sounds like George Formby by the time you give it to them. I go in the cleaning, doing an honest bop 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 bop. When I'm cleaning windows, windows. Yeah, Glinda. Oh, today's topic we're talking about the stylistics. Have you seen her? Oh no, that was the Shy Lights, wasn't it? I love that song. See, I'm not racist. I like black music. Tell me, have you seen her? It's rock. Vinyl Richie said he very bravely spoke up for me last night, and he said that all he's doing is upsetting white rich guys. Yeah. So here's a message for white rich guys, especially American ones. Swivel, bitch. How's about that? Yeah. And anyone from North America, I'm not distinguishing between a Mexican or Canadian. Oh, hang on. Oh, here we go. Oh, look, that's a bit rude. There we go. Racist. Oh, yeah. This is right. This is right. I see you've got the willpower that is sadly lacking in Mr. Mayo, because he keeps opening these records up, thinking he's going to get the autograph, and you're standing there saying, "I'm not even going to open the fucking record up." Oh no, it's one of those times where you think, I've got to get up and do this, that, and the other today, but I might just stay in bed instead. Float, float on. My name is Charles. Oh, I love that song. Brilliant. Used to have all that black music, see? No N words used. Float on, float on. Do I just want to sing all the verses now, but I can't remember the words. See, I'm ending up like my dad. He used to always fuck up the words with everything. Vinyl Richie rules. Yeah, we like him. We like Vinyl Richie, don't we? We love it. Brother Brian loves him as well, but his love is tinged with hatred and envy as well, which is a very sad thing. But this is what, and I want to talk to you about alcohol, because there is a Jekyll and Hyde within every single person, man, woman, and child. And once upon a time, I did think it's a good idea to totally stop that other side of you coming out. And it's good to identify how that other side of you does come out, which is abusive, sex maniac, perverted, whatever, you know what I mean? All the bad things, really. But you know what I mean? And so I do know what I've got to keep away from. But then again, you get these days like Christmas. And what you've got to remember is I've always been very anti racist. But, you know, I hate racism in any form. And that's why I get angry about what's happening at the moment towards white people. But, you know, we have to remember that we have to celebrate the differences but not ignore them or only ignore one ethnic group's differences and try and shut them all down and change their society and culture. That's not all right to me. But it happens to be that the people who are changing our lives happen to be from the third world. They're not from Australia or New Zealand or wherever white people live. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm moaning about. And also how they've clogged up the National Health Service so you can't get seen, so people are dying. They're also responsible for the spread of COVID in the UK, which is why we're one of the most dangerous countries to go and see. You haven't got freedom of speech, etc., etc. But apart from that, it's a lovely place to live if you like paying all your taxes towards other people's ethnic children whose dads decided not to hang about because it's what they do culturally. Yes, so we can celebrate certain cultures, but we must totally destroy British culture because it's all racist. And these are points I try to make, but of course you can't have these discussions with lefties because lefties always turn it into the racist word, and you can fucking call me whatever you want. But then again, I thought if I did say racist things, I think it comes from a hereditary alcoholism and a hereditary racism, which I think my mum suffers from, and also my dad. So I've got it from two different branches of the family. Yeah, you have to remember that these people did grow up during the time of empire, and you know they didn't like Gandhi very much. I don't know if it's Gandhi or Mossadegh. Mossadegh. My mum, she was always saying about, oh, she said those bloody Cypriots. She used to hate the Cypriots. She hates Jews. She hated who else did she hate? Because the Mau Mau. She hates the Mau Mau and the Wogs, as she called them. You know, the people in Aden. Anyone that was fighting the British, really. But she used to get a bit, you know, because of her Irish roots, she gets a bit sort of patriotic towards Ireland. You know, so she can't make her mind up. You know, oh, I don't know who's to take. Who's is it? The black and tans for me, or is it going to be, or is it going to be the paddies? Oh, yeah. Oh, here we are. Let's show some of these. We've got to be a bit careful about this political stuff because I could get shut down because this has happened before. In fact, the last two videos I did, not surprisingly, were shut down. You got to try it, haven't you? Got to push the boundaries, push the barriers. Because you know, we'll all be talking about. Oh, I've got the new Ringo Starr record. It's brilliant, and that'll be it. It'll be like everything. Will be like uh, who is it? A Marvin video, won't it? It'll be like, oh, you've got this, you know, it's all interesting and stuff, but it's all fucking boring as well, isn't it? I mean, I love some of them Rachel Music Man streams, but now she's put a stop to it. The world will change now. I've left. The world will change. I'm going to be doing my own streams from now on. I can't work out how to get anybody else on, but I will. And then we can have special guest stars that we can all talk about whatever we want. Rubber Nuns would be nice. We'll talk about that. I won't be talking about the Rolling Stones though, because I was laughing about them today, and I thought, how can I tell my president that I find Mick Jagger ridiculous? You know, and I can't talk about the music any less ridiculously. So, you know, it's all bad news. Um, so I'm going to stick with the classics, I'm afraid. Stick with the classics. And remember the Fizz. Go out and buy your Fizz album. Do you like the Fizz? Fit to be tie-dyed. Fizz to be tie-dyed. It's a pity Stephen Schnee's not around, isn't it? I'm just reading this. Oh, there we are. I'm glad you're on my side, actually. I thought you was totally opposed to me, but I thought maybe you was just being polite because it was Doc Docus's channel. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Uh, yeah. Sure. Oh, I tell you, he must feel it when he gets up in the morning, though, don't you think? Are you a big Mick Jagger fan? My second wife, she loved Mick Jagger. Monkey Man. She said, "Oh, I've got the performance." I said, "Do you know what? There was this season of films back in 1983 on Channel 4. Channel 4 just opened up, and it was going to be alternative. We're going to show communist things. And anyway, they was doing this series of band, right? So every time they put a little red, orange triangle in the corner, so that'd make you think like, oh, I must watch that film because it's going to show a bit of nookie. And anyway, they put it to the vote one day because there was a big outroar because Channel 4 was going to show this Brazilian porn film. And all the lefties in the country were saying it was vital that we show it because it shows of corruption in Brazil. And I thought nobody give a flying fuck about corruption in Brazil. We wanted to see some tits and minge. But guess what? They voted against it in the end, so we couldn't see it. So everybody started writing up and saying, "Oh, but what about the Boro Boro tribe? Then we're never going to." Yeah, you see, the ladies they do like Mick Jagger. Uh, Ned Kelly, hey, fit to be tie-dyed. Remember your position in the vinyl nerd community. So answer carefully and lie if you have to. Have you ever seen Ned Kelly? All right. MZ Mayhem. Have you ever seen Ned Kelly? Yeah. Lefties have gone from sort of being sort of a good guy but skin to being, they're always, whenever there was lefties about, there was always undecorated offices and things, and you used to think, well, I suppose at least they're, spending all the money on the workers, but they weren't. They were spending all the fucking money down the pub and not decorating. Oh, well, I didn't know that, but we do now. We know that. I can't put these things on. I don't think. Yes, this is my stream, not Music Man's stream. Yes, this is the stream of the long fingers and the big hand. And um, I would like to interview TJR just to say that I did it. But I don't know what we'd talk about because he just likes a load of crap, doesn't he? He's always talking about groups that I don't care about, really don't care about. Ah, yeah, do you know what? Fit to be tie dyed. That's why we've still got the aristocracy over here. I mean, I think I've explained this before, but they're different to us, the aristocrats. They're usually about 7 foot. They're like a bunch of aliens, but they're not. They're just like people that grabbed the land 1,000 years ago, and they've kept it ever since by just adapting to the countryside, you might say. So they're not totally bling. You get Lord of the Manor, he's driving down in a Citroen C5 or a fucking Morris Minor, and he's got this patches on his arms and all that. Yeah, they don't go around like, but just now and again they get invited to, the posh gigs, and then they've got their suits on and their toppers and, their big sashes and all their medals. And, they're like that. And they've always got a good army uniform as well. Right dead good army uniform. I am the Lord Lieutenant of the County of Essex. So, of course, we look up to these plummy sorts because, they've been in charge for so long. The way we look at it is they know what they're doing better. And they're better at being paternal because they're not bitchy. Sometimes you get like people from bad backgrounds. and they get older and they think I'm better than those cunts that I grew up with. So I'm going to stamp on those cunts because if I could do it, why couldn't they do it? I would rather trust a toff looking after me. I mean, he might kick me arse down again, but at least he'd give me a bowl of soup at the end of the day. Anyway, that means we'll read some of these questions. Let's talk. Oh, I can't talk about Captain Spaulding and the money again, but all I can say is this thing's been going on for so long now, and the record hasn't even been changed. It was so funny. Ah, dressed down poshos. Yeah, you still got them in Ireland as well, haven't you? Uh, oh, looking him up now. Well, look up Ned Kelly starring Mick Jagger, but don't watch it because it is fucking awful. And especially that bit he's trying to make it. He's a terrible actor, isn't he? Ringo's a terrible actor as well. Somebody said to him in the 60s, "Oh, you make a great actor, you would." I suppose it's like when they used to get Bela Lugosi in those really cheap films. I thought it's better to have someone than no one, isn't it? Jeff Smith, good looking bloke, but who knows him? It's all right because he gets eaten by a giant tarantula halfway through. That's all you need, though. You need a lughead for that kind of thing. Some of these films are so cheap, though. They've got right fat bloke like as the leading man. There's one called The Monster That Challenged the Earth, which is like a giant snail, and the the good guy, he's a bit porky. He's like, in fact, he looks like Stephen Schnee. He defeated the monster that challenged the earth. Vinyl Richie, my hero. He defended my honour yesterday. Listen, Vinyl Richie, I'm going it alone. I'm going to start my own stream where I can get people on and we can all talk about rubber nuns and the latest thing that's going on in the world and get as racist as we fucking well want. How about that? By the way, this here. Mm, ah, 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 don't do this to me. Mm, 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 mm. Ah. Well, yeah. You know what though? This is how the times have changed. You remember when old John Candy was the fat man, wasn't he? And then they got like a different. Who was it? Oh, Will Farrell, and he's not such a fat bloke now. Is he? The fat man isn't the fat man. Hang on, I've got to read some of these questions. There's millions of people watching me. Hang on. I think you're all sick bastards, really. You've been loving this here drama this week. I think to myself some days, can I take any more? And then something else happens. And you just got to keep up with it. But I think, you know, there's some people out there, probably Matthew Street, is thinking, I fucking love this shit. No, that man is innocent. You leave him alone. Not so you, Stephen Schnee. Oh yeah, Matthew Street. I forgot to tell you, he's on this show, and I'll give it a plug. Stephen Schnee's special show with Matthew Street. Two legends for the price of one. And guess what? They're talking about Elvis, which is bollocks, because I don't give a fuck about him. But Matthew Street turns up in a romper suit. I nearly died laughing. That bloke is game for a laugh. He's a big baby, isn't he? He's a big baby. Mm, 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 mm. Well, I'm afraid to say you have presided over a Mugabe like Zimbabwe because, yesterday the fields were full of wheat and tobacco, and this week there is famine. So I'm sorry that your term of office has to end like this, but you've got to admit the last couple of months have been a roller coaster. And you've got to admit it has added a little bit of spunk to the vinyl nerd community, hasn't it? It has all these lunatics. I mean, who would have thought how far pre-code Mick could have gone? He's unstoppable, unstoppable. But there's another way of looking at it, that he just doesn't abide by censorship. maybe, maybe pre-code Mick is a Che Guevara for our age. Maybe I'll change the title of this stream to Pre-code Mick, Martyr. Yeah, yeah, he did. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Tired of getting pushed around. Tired of getting pushed around. That's my 2 men in a drum machine. Well, what you've got to remember is that no matter how PC and lefty you are, you don't want people of a different race coming over with their different religions, taking over your street and supermarket with their out of date vegetables and fruits and their oogling uh, of your daughter. It's not nice. And also all the other bad habits they bring with them. Like, they've got worms in them like snakes. That's what a nurse told me once. So, this is all stuff I've got evidence for. I hope Paul Carr's watching. This show is not for rich white guys, except for fit to be tied on Matthew Street. Mm. Come back, Stephen. Come and join the conversation. We're not guilty by association. We've got to stick together and say what we fucking well want. That's what we've got to say. There will be no people getting blocked. Call me what you want. Call me what you want. But we will speak, my friends, how we want to speak. Up to a certain point, of course. Because if you start being rude about Socrates, I'll come for you. Where is he? Oh, he's like Rachel. He's only sleeping. Would you like to come and say hello to the angry crowd? I would lead you, but I fear I'm fading. Does anyone know where Vera is? All right. Okay. Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. Glinda, the good car girl. It's a good thing Eric's not watching. He'd probably tell me to get cough mixture. No, he'd buy it. He always threatens to buy it, doesn't he? Do you want me to buy you some cough mixture? Do you know what I'm going to do for you, Ray? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy you some cough mixture. Very intimidating. Oh, bye, fit to be tie-dyed. I shall carry on here for a little while to put my point across, whatever point that is. This is New Year's 2021. And do you know what they're saying right now? I know my nan used to say they all the time, they. And I used to get really angry because I used to say, what do you mean, are they? What is they? Who are they? And, but anyway, they are saying that in England, in Britain, England's what I care about. Uh, we are going to get it even worse this year. They're going to be toppling down our statues. They're going to be renaming our streets. Any victory the British have ever had, any time we kicked a bit of black arse, that street name's going to be eradicated. And they're going to put up some black person's name, Ubi Mubu Street. No, I don't like it. I like Sloane Square better. Do you know what I mean? It sounds better, doesn't it? Chesterfield Way, Highgate Hill, Sandwich Street. Yeah. I don't want Julius Nkumo fucking Street. We're not living in Nairobi. That's what I'm fucking saying. It's Britain. Do you ever watch those things on TV where you see the old, Buckingham Palace and all that bullshit? What do you see? You see England, don't you? You don't see fucking Pakistan, Karachi. Yeah, even the Irish are leaving London now. Eh? What's Kilburn gonna be like in the future? Oh, I'll put that up, but I don't know if it'll get me in troubles, doubles. Yes. So I'm being a bit of a brother Brian tonight. How do you do? And you see, have you noticed that we haven't really discussed McAfee yet? Uh, Vinyl Richie, you heard McCartney 3. Are there any songs that you particularly like? Because it all sounded like the same song to me that was just getting more or less stupid. I think there was one that particularly, Lilo Lil or something. Is it Lilo Lil? Was it Lilo Lil? Something like that. It was fucking terrible. Terrible. And then there was something that sounded like the Frog song. Uh, uh, the Chinese. Oh, all right. Primrose. Yeah, Primrose Lane is going to be renamed Umbubu Mugabe Street. Grace Mugabe Street, because she's always shopping in London. She's always shopping. I mean, they spent all the country's money on Grace Mugabe's shopping in Paris and London. Do you remember the Shah of Iran? Man, oh, I'll tell you what, he had some money. Oh, ridiculous amount of money. Listen, I'm not bringing that. That's between whoever's involved, whoever's not involved, whoever wants to talk about it. But I'm not a man to sit on the fence, but I'm sitting on the fence on this one and just enjoying the show because we want entertainment sometimes, don't we? And when I saw that stream this morning, it was a total bonus. It was brother Brian just flipping out for no good reason. It was just, and he was blaming everybody who agreed with him last time. Davis Winchester, why don't you come up here and defend yourself? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yes, and that's why Phil Lynott died. Work for my daddy, yo. There's whiskey in the jar. Listen, have to go because I have to make another joint, and I've got to take my mask, and also I want to have a wee wee. And also, not at the same time, but I've got these little Mr. Kipling Cherry Bakewell cakes, and they're fucking delicious. So I want to eat two of them, and also I've got some cream soda, and I'm not sure what make it is, but I might just have a little glass of that. Sort of in the mood for it, because with icing goes frothy man. So frothy man's coming up. I love you, nice glass of fizzy drinks. Uh, um, 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 17 people. What's this? Well, you know why 17 people are watching Invisible Ray, because you will get honesty from, you see, that I'm like Brother Bride now, you see, because people know that I tell the truth, because people know that I will not censor them, because people know that my way is the right way and your way is the wrong way, and Norma Bates is your mother, bitch. Okay, so today I'm gonna be leaving on a jet plane, but I'll be back later on. And do you want to hear my prog hat impersonation? Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to my stream tonight. I'm just going to be reviewing the White Album. Now, I know you folks won't want to hear all that I got to say about it, but I got two records that I really don't like and two records I love. Anyway, Letterman, uh, you are what you eat, so I'm a Cherry Bakewell. I'm a Cherry Bakewell. I'm a little Pritt stick. Do you get them in America? If you do, I think it's the best thing that's ever come out of America. The best thing. I'm a little Pritt stick. I am.